it's Christina from Card Making Magic. This is the project that I'm going to make today, and this is an origami box. You can decorate yours with anything that you have in your stash. I've added butterflies and felt flowers to mine, and the size of the card that you use will make your box bigger or smaller. This is made from Centura Pearl, which was 16 by 16, and the card is from Crafter's Companion. But we're going to make a lid to fit the box, and of course you can make it to fit any season that you want. This is a Christmas box, the others are more spring-like boxes. Now you're going to need a 12 by 12 or a larger sized card. You need to pick some pretty papers that you've got. You will need one sheet for the box, and you need to make sure that it's double-sided. So you want one full sheet for the box. You'll need another sheet for the base and the lid. And if you want to make lots of flowers for your box, you may even need a third sheet. Now you'll also need a portion of one of the sheets to line the base and also for the lid. But for the lid you're going to need some card that matches in with your papers, and that will give you the lid shape and the bit that holds the lid in place. Now, in preparation to make the box, this is my sheet of paper that I'm going to use, and it's quite a thick paper. It's double-sided. From this I have cut myself a little tag, and I've put an eyelet in it and put some ribbon on it, and that's been cut with a 2-inch punch. I have cut some little bows, and I've got an extra piece of ribbon left for the lid, which I'll show you how to use when we get to the lid. From my Spellbinder dies I have cut some bitty blossoms. I've cut the Spellbinders blossoms 1 and 3 and some leaves, and from the butterfly Les Papillons I have cut myself some butterflies. And the only other thing I'm going to be using on there is some lace to go with the paper and some of the Diamante Bling from Want to Scrap. Comes in lots of different patterns, but the one I'm going to use is this one. So now I'm ready to start making the box. So the first thing we're going to do is fold the paper. Now if you imagine that these are your hands and this is the way you're going to work. So the first thing you're going to do is fold your paper in half horizontally. Then if you open that out and fold it in half again vertically, use a bone folder to get the creases in nice and sharp, and that's your first 2 folds done. Now the next thing you're going to do is fold it from corner to corner. So just take your paper across and line it up and fold it down so it's nice and sharp. Then if you open that out, you're going to fold it from the other corner to corner, and again make sure they're nice and level. Get the creases in nice and sharp, and that's your folding completed. So just to recap what we've done, there's your paper, fold it horizontally, fold it vertically, fold it corner to corner. Now you need to decide which you want for your inside and which you want for your outside, and what you're going to do is this is going to be my inside, so I'm bringing up this corner and I'm making sure that that crease is nice and sharp, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the opposite corner. Bring it up Make sure it's nice and sharp, and then I have the two corners like so. Now I'm just going to turn the card round so that I can press it down. What I need to do now is press that down so that it's in that position, and this is the shape that you have. The next step is to lay your card down, but keep your open edges away from you, and then if you keep your finger on this far point, you're going to take one of the flaps and you're going to fold it in to that center line there, and then press it down nice and sharp, and do the same on the other side. Now once you've got that, you're going to open this channel up, pop your finger in right up to the edge of the point there, and press it down, and you're going to press this bit, this fold, into that center fold there and press it down, and then you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So now you should have this shape. Once you've done one side, you need to flip the whole thing over and repeat the process on this side. So keep your finger on the flaps, fold it down on both sides, and make sure it's nice and sharp. Pop your finger into the channel, open it out, press it down, and repeat on the other side. And again we have this shape. Next step is to open one of these sides up. Keep that down flat, open one of the sides up, and it doesn't matter which side you go to because you're going to do them both the same. Keep your finger on the point and fold this in as you did before along that center line, and repeat the process on the other side. Now once you've done that, you're going to open that up. This was your original piece, so you're going to open that up and you're going to repeat that process on this side. Keep your finger on the point, fold each side down and crease it nice and sharply. And once you've done that, you will have 4 points. So once you've got all 4 of your points, you're going to go to the next stage. And before you actually do this on your good card, it's a good idea to do it on some cheaper stuff and use it as a template. So the next thing we're going to do is bring each of these points down towards the bottom of the box. So these are the open ends, this is the closed end. Now once you've done that, you can open each flap up and bring the next one down, and you're going to do that with all the flaps. So once you've done that, you have each of your folds folded down towards the bottom of the box, and that will give you that kind of a shape inside. Now this is the bit that you need to be careful with so that you don't rip your paper. So if you pop your fingers inside the box right down to this point, and what you're going to do is push each of those panels outwards very carefully so that you don't rip the box, and you're just going to push, and then once you've done that, that's the shape that you will have. Now before I glue anything down, I'm going to add some lace to each of these panels. So I'm just going to glue some lace down one side and then down the other, and I'm going to do that on all 4. So all I'm doing is adding a strip of just hot glue along that edge. I'm going to pop my lace in place. I'll do it from this end. And then when I get to the other end, I'm just going to trim that off. Helps if you get some sharp scissors. And then all you need to do is just pop a little spot of glue to that corner and glue it down. And there you have all the sides to your box fastened down. So that's the box base folded and stuck together. We've added in the lace. Because of the length of the video, we're having to do this in 2 parts. So in part 2, I will show you how to make the lid that will fit your box perfectly.